guys. Welcome to Korea. As you can see, this is the view from my bedroom window of my Airbnb that I rented in Itaewon. I am in Itaewon, Seoul, South Korea, in Namsan, Yongsan, for those of you that know. I'm up near the mosque, so that on the southern side of Itaewon. I've always lived on the northern side. So I'm kind of glad to be back. Um, and I'm happy to be here in South Korea. Um, Beautiful, warm weather. And ignore the dent in my, what is it? The dent here? It's just the I need to get a green screen and do this. I don't want you seeing my bed. It's a mess in here. So I want to welcome everybody, and thank you, everyone for joining. I don't get a lot of people on the live stream, but I get a lot of people watching this after the fact. So I got to kind of figure out when is the best time to do a live stream. Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, I'll figure it out. So just let's take care of some business. Let's take care of some work right up front. Alex, as usual, thank you, brother, for joining. Lots of love to you, my friend, from the UK. It is 10 a.m. in Seoul, South Korea. It is warm. What is the temperature like today? It is, I haven't been outside yet, and I probably won't go outside today because I am tired. I went out last night. It is 26 is it 26, or it's probably warmer than that? It's 27, getting hot. It's going to be about 33, 34 today. But rains are coming Monday or Tuesday. So it is the start of the rainy season in South Korea. The monsoon season is starting. So it's also, today is a bittersweet anniversary. It's the 71st anniversary of the start of the Korean War. And then next week will be the 74th year anniversary of the ending of the Korean War. So they started and ended about the same month, but 2 or 3 years, 2 years or 3 years apart. But today is that day. It is the anniversary of that. Where about approximately 3 million Koreans on both sides died to create this democracy. But, you know, we're here. We're enjoying our time. I'm putting out wow, in the last week, I made like 3 great videos. And I have 2 more left to do. What did I do here? As most of you know, I am Sri Lankan Sammy, Itaewon Sammy in Supik. I go by several names. I am a Canadian, Sri Lankan, lived in South Korea for 14 years up until about 17 months ago when I left to move to Sri Lanka. I'm a Sri Lankan citizen, dual Canadian Sri Lankan citizen with a Korean permanent residence. I spent the last 6 months in the Philippines. Great adventure there. And now I'm back in South Korea for 2 weeks. 1 week left. Actually, 1 week from right now, I will be boarding the plane for Sri Lanka. And you join me on that adventure. It's going to be a great series. I think I have about 2 weeks worth of videos from that series that I'm going to create. I'm here for 1 more week. This week is just a relaxing week to meet friends and everything. Last week was immigration. I got my visa renewed. Not a problem. That was done very quickly. I have 5 more years, which allows me to continue working here in Korea. And I went to the doctor on Tuesday, got my blood and urinalysis done, and I got the test results on Friday, and he says I am super healthy. He's actually impressed with the quality of my test results for a man of my age, he said. Of course, as normal, I could do with a more exercise and a more fat-free diet, which I'm going to try. Part of the future videos that I wanted to do is once a week, I wanted to touch base on my health kick. So I'm going to track my workouts and my exercise and the results that I get I think probably on Fridays, I'll do that video and post my results. I'm about, I don't want to say it, but I'm about 86 kilos, and my waist, my belly, I don't want to lose weight. I want to lose belly fat. So the doctor says he's kind of concerned with the fat content of my liver. It's trending in the wrong direction. It's not serious, but he says it's something I got to look at. So I think it's because I've been eating a lot of curries and a lot of milk and a lot of cheese and a lot of pork, which has a lot of fat in it. Philippines is a pork-friendly country, so I've been eating a lot of pork. So I'm going to do a chicken and broccoli diet for the next 2 months. Chicken and vegetables, skinless, and no curry, because curry has got a lot of milk in it and a lot of cream. So I'm going to do predominantly vegetables, no rice, and I'm not going to do the pizza and wings on weekends. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go strictly healthy for 2 months just to see what's going on. And on the third month, I'm going to get my blood tested again and see what the results are. So he gives me the printout, which I can take to the doctor and compare the results to see where am I trending. So that's a good thing. So yeah, Alex, last night I went out. Oh, what a storm that was. It was a fun night. I didn't drink. It's just I'm getting old. I can't hang out all that time. I get tired. So, I came home early. It was okay. It's like 1 a.m. Korea, 3, 4 a.m. is the norm, like norm. I used to come home and the sun was coming up. I mean, I remember times when before I was working in a club. So most of you who are regulars on the channel know that I used to run one of the biggest nightclubs in Korea. I should show you guys one of those videos, because that was, those were the times I had. I was just in heaven, in absolute heaven, working for a nightclub. So my job was as a VIP host. I was not a promoter or a party planner or any of these guys that you hear about. My job was to make sure that everyone in the club was having a good time. So I was the face of the club because the owners didn't want to do that. They didn't want to be the face of the club. All right. So my job was to have a fun time with the customers and be the bridge between the customers and the employees and the customers and the management. So I was there to watch out and say, look, there's something that we should take care of over here, to the management. Or I see something and I would tell the staff, we got to take care of something here. And I ran the door. I was in control of who got in and who didn't get in, to a certain point. If I saw someone I didn't want in the club, they're not coming in the club. I tell security, and they listen to me. One of the good things about living in Korea is that, I had a title. I was a director, and I was salaried. I was also much older than everybody, and they all knew that. When I started working at the clubs, I was in my mid 40s, and I had a lot of power. Especially in that town. I had a lot of power. I went back to, this week, and people recognized me. Staff recognized me and took care of me. People recognized me on the street. One of the greatest things about this week was, I think 2 or 3 times, I had just random people say, don't I know you? You're on YouTube. And I was like, oh, wow. He says, yeah. I was like, I follow you. I'm like, oh, cool. Thank you. I mean, like, that was the coolest thing. Yo 3K, thank you for joining. Hey, how are you? Where are you calling in from? Where are you dialing in from? Where are you watching from? Let us know how's it going. Welcome to Seoul, South Korea. As you can see, the view from Seoul, South Korea. It's Sunday morning. So, um, what are we going to talk about today? Let's take care of some business. Okay, I want to take care of some business first because I didn't do that last week. Oh, scheduling point. Everyone, please join me next Sunday night live from Singapore. I will be in the Singapore Changi airport for 8-hour layover, and I am going to do a complete video on that airport. There's so much to do, and I'm actually going to go to the swimming pool on the roof and hang out at the swimming pool. So I'm going to do a video on that, but I will be live streaming from the lounge if I can. I'm going to check the internet speeds. I'm going to check if I can find a quiet place and do my live stream from my laptop. Okay, so hopefully that'll work out. And I'll see you guys next week, Sunday night, live from Singapore. So, yeah, Yo 3K, thanks again for calling from Toronto on a Saturday night. What are you doing Saturday night at home in Toronto? My old hometown. I lived in Toronto, downtown Toronto. I grew up in a small town called Bradford, which is north of Newmarket. But at 18, I moved to the city. I lived at Sherburne and Church. I can't remember, was the first place. It was a bad neighborhood, but it was a great house. It was a great house. And then I moved to Queens Quay, and I lived on Queens Quay. It was a great place, my gosh. Right across from the Marine Fire Station. What a great apartment. Everybody loved that apartment. And then I moved outside of the city for a couple of years. Then I moved back to the Spire, which is in St. James, right across from St. James Cathedral. I bought a condo there, and then after I divorced, I moved to 1 King West. The last place I lived at was 1 King West, which was probably the best place I ever lived in. That was amazing to live there. So Yo 3K is getting into the hot tub soon. Yeah, definitely. I kind of miss Toronto, but it's been 15, 16 years since I've been there, and I've seen video of it. And let me tell you something, that city has changed. The skyline, wow. I have some friends in the industry, housing industry, and the skyline has changed completely. I don't think I could ever recognize it. So before I continue, let's get into some of the housekeeping that I need to take care of. I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. I have, as of right now, I have broken 2,381 subscribers as of right now. In the last week, I have 30 new subscribers, approximately. I usually do one a day subscriber, one every 2 days. Now I'm getting 5 to 10 a day. It's ridiculous how many new subscribers I'm getting. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. How many new views I'm getting, how many minutes I'm getting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the day where my channel is just, everyone is like commenting and liking and sharing. A lot of people say, you have a lot of subscribers, but you don't have a lot of views. And I don't know what happened, but about 2 years ago, I had a huge bump in subscribers, and I kind of think that the YouTube manager that I was using at the time kind of did a sneaky thing and did some kind of click farming or some kind of fake users, because for a short time I was getting views, but the views were like, you can kind of tell when you do the analytics, you can kind of tell that the views are not real because it's only like 30 seconds. So like usually my view time is 2-3 minutes on average. But for certain videos at that time, I saw the view time was dropping. So I kind of figured that it was fake. So I can't get rid of those accounts. I don't know how to get rid of them. I've tried. I've notified YouTube and they said, you know, there's nothing we can do. But anyway, let's talk about the 9 subscribers that I can comment about, because again, I told you guys, when you subscribe, if your profile is not public, I can't see who subscribed. So even though I had 34 new subscribers last week, I can only see 9 of them. So I'm going to thank them. One of them is a no name. So I can't thank you. It's a purple head. So Nancy Abidjan, thank you very much for joining. Jonas Santos, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining the team. OFW Dreamer, I like that name. I don't know what it means, but maybe you can tell us if you're watching. Larry Gordley, thank you so much for joining. It looks like you're from the Philippines. I'll assume that from your profile pic. Michael Ebkas. All right, Michael Ebkas, thank you very much for joining. The BOG, welcome aboard. Appreciate it. Lee Broas, thank you very much for signing up and joining. I appreciate that. And Roaming Rosa, thank you very much for joining. Those are the 9 new subscribers that I can talk about because they're public. So content that is coming up. Let's take a quick look at that. So the content that's coming up, I'm going to be switching my videos to nighttime publishing. So those of you who are my regulars, please note that I used to publish in the morning Korean time, some like 6 or 10 a.m. in the morning. According to the YouTube algorithm, it's better if I post my videos at night Korean time, because that's when it's being watched the most. So to try to get my videos out to more people, I'm going to follow the algorithm a little bit. I've been told it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is garner new subscribers. So that's what I'm going to try to do. As you've noticed, I'm posting a lot of shorts, and my shorts are boosting my view rates. So that's helping getting my story out there. So the next 1, 2, 3 videos are all Philippine videos. So tomorrow's video is my final dinner that I had. And then Wednesday is the flight that I took, and then arriving in Korea on Friday. And then next week are Korean videos. Okay, so those will be you know, what it's like living in Korea post-pandemic, what I've noticed, the difference between 2 years ago and today, going to immigration, and partying in Itaewon. No, not partying in Itaewon. What has changed in Itaewon? For those of you who are used to live in Korea and you see what has changed in Itaewon in the last few years, you will be surprised. And then I'm going to do a party time video and my final goodbye to Korea. All right. So Alex has family in Toronto. You know, Alex, I'll be very honest with you. Flights are going to get more expensive for the next year or two before they settle back down. Because post-pandemic, I track this. I follow the points guy online, and I'm a flyer, so I look at the pricing and everything like that. Flights are going to get more expensive before they become cheaper over the next 2 flight seasons. So summer and winter, we're going to have to go through 2 cycles before it settles back down. What that means is before there is more capacity, right? And before the people who are flying get it out of their system, the ones who haven't flown in 3 years, are going to fly. And once they get it out of their system, then the capacity will increase and there'll be more room. Therefore, the price will come back down. But I've been looking at the pricing. Wow, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Yeah. So Toronto's a great place to visit. I don't think I will ever go back. There is really no reason for me to go back because I don't have anything there. And I'm not going there to visit family. I'm not going there. I don't, I have friends, but I haven't seen them in 15 years. And there's really no reason for me to go there just to visit, to spend $3,000 on an airplane ticket because I'm not flying economy for 14 hours. It's just not happening. Actually longer, because from Sri Lanka, it's 17 to 20 hours. It's ridiculous. I'm not flying that in economy. That's not happening. And then the cost to rent an apartment in Toronto, oh, geez, you're looking at over $5,000 for a month. And that's not a good investment. I'd rather go to Thailand and spend that $5,000. I could spend that in 2 months. Okay. So, or 3. So, I doubt I will ever go back to Canada. It's just not part of the plan of my future. I haven't been in 14 years. I don't see a reason to go back. Anyway, but definitely if you want to visit Canada, Vancouver and Toronto are 2 of the best places. Also the East Coast. Well, the entire country is amazing. I've been fortunate enough to travel from one coast to the other coast. So yeah. Upcoming news. This is great news. I am booked to go to the Kandi Parahara. The Kandi Parahara is the celebration of Buddha's birth, and they bring out the relic, and the elephants are dressed up, and there's dancing and parades, and it is incredible. So I've got a VIP access for that. Details coming soon. End of August, so beginning of September, that video will come out. I'm really excited to do that. That is going to be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to seeing that. I haven't seen it, I'm going to say 20 years. 25 years was the last time I saw it. And I don't really remember it. I was maybe even longer than that, maybe even 30 years. So it's definitely going to be a celebration, especially since COVID is over. All right. So let's show a quick video of me partying it up about 4 years ago at my club. I'm going to warn, there is maybe a little bit of profanity in this, mild profanity. Hopefully it won't be too bad. All right. So just check it out. This is me at my club. Now, the way my club worked is you would walk in and then go down the stairs, and then the club split into 2. So you would go right to the EDM zone and left to the hip hop zone. And if you keep going straight, you walk into a middle room, which was kind of like a VIP room. You needed special access to get into that room. And it was a smaller room. It was quieter. There was still music playing, but it was quieter. And it was where I hung out with my VIP guests. And I got to drink for free, and I had free drink tickets, which I would give out to people, and we would just party. And these were my friends and VIP guests. So the club would hold about 2,000 people. I probably had about 200 to 400 people coming a night. Of that, 50 were very close friends. They would come because they were my friends. They would get in for free. They didn't have to line up. And, they get a couple of drinks, but they would spend money. So that was part of the thing. So let's take a look.
2 a.m.
in the club with my brother Hutchin, partying it up. We've been partying. How long have we been partying together? 10 years. We're all just so drunk. Brad, we've been partying together for 9 years in Itaewon. Living life, brother. Hutchin, who's your favorite? Everybody's fucked up tonight. My brother. This is one of my super VIPs. This is a friend of mine from Dubai. He's a diamond importer, and this is unscripted. This guy, he was so humble and so kind. And super VIP guest, Arctic, living life in Itaewon. Where are you tonight?
I'm here.
Where?
Great hospitality.
No.
From my friend Itaewon Sami, the one and only showstopper. When you talk about showstopper, he's the one. Right here. Yeah, guys. Like, I would go to, it's like going to France and not seeing Eiffel Tower. And if you come to Seoul and it's not meeting Itaewon Sami, you're a loser.
You heard it here first, you know? I did not solicit that at all. But these are my VIP guests, and this is why I love my job so much. It's because of people like that. I love my job. I love Itaewon Sami, and Espa out. Back in the VIP room, 3 a.m. My shy VIP guest. She's shy, but here is my super VIP guest. She's leaving us on Monday. She doesn't speak very good English. We're all going to be sad to see you go. But you'll be back. And who are you going to party with?
I come back in summer.
And where are you going to party? What club?
Itaewon.
And who are you going to party with? Itaewon Sami. The only one that you got to party with all night long. Itaewon Sami. Living life. At B1 Lounge. And I also speak Korean. Super VIP guest. So, I gotta tell you, this part's gonna be in all Korean. Itaewon Sami, living life. Like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm really drunk at this time. Look at this. How can it get any better? 어디야? No, 여기. 어디야?
B1.
누구? Itaewon Sami.
Itaewon Sami.
재밌어?
완전 재밌어.
You heard it here first. In Korea, everybody loves Itaewon Sami. VIP Lounge, Itaewon Sami, out. 5 a.m. What the fuck is going on?
You know what it is.
Out with my brother Jay.
Itaewon Sami. Korean Jay. Yo, we're Jay in the house. Jaey. This is what we do.
I don't even have to talk.
Yo.
So as you can see, everybody is having a good time. Everyone's having fun. I'm outside the front of the club. All right. And at this time at 4 or 5 in the morning, I'm outside at the front of the club saying goodbye to everybody as they're coming outside and thanking them. As part of my job, I stood outside at the front of the club. We had a roped off section, and I had a podium where I'm greeting people, and then I'm also saying goodbye to them at the end of the night. And so it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, I've been drinking, but I know how to drink and not drink too much. So I'm still a little tipsy, but I'm not. That was one of my skills. I don't even have to talk.
Listen, B1, we kill it.
With who?
Itaewon Sami.
You heard it here first.
You know what it is. You heard it here.
We're going to go inside. We're going to party.
You know what
5 a.m. 5 fucking a.m. Everybody's loving Itaewon Sami here on a Saturday night. You got to be here. Itaewon Sami out.
Yo. Real talk. Get on that VIP list. If you're on that VIP list, you gotta wait on that stupid line. Yo, when you go to the VIP list, you get on the good list. You feel me? You don't gotta wait for nobody. You feel me? You gotta hit up Itaewon Sami. Yo, Instagram, Facebook, you know what it is.
Kakao.
And
now you
I don't know what the fuck that is.
YouTube.
YouTube. Okay. YouTube. Yo, get on that.
You gotta
feel me?
love it.
Get it. Get it.
Say
Say it right now.
Itaewon Semi out.
Itaewon Semi. We out. We out.
So that was a night at my club. It was like that all the time. I did that for 8 years, not at that club, 6 years at that club, 2 years at another club, and then a year or so in another part of the city. So Alex is asking, would you ever consider going back to the club one more time, or has that ship truly sailed? I really wish I had been 10 or 15 years older. Would have loved to have partied it up with you. Alex, you don't have to be 10 or 15 years older. You're just any age. You know, actually in Korea, there's a limit. We didn't let people older than 30, 34, 35. There was a limit. If you looked really old, we wouldn't let you in because there's no age discrimination in Korea. So we could discriminate as we chose. But because don't worry about it. Anyway, would I go back? I would. The problem is, as the cost of living in South Korea is insanely ridiculous, and no club is going to pay me what my old club used to pay me. They used to pay me approximately, in the beginning, I was getting about $3,000 a month salary, and that was for 4 nights a week. And on top of that, I was making my regular salary as a teacher. So I was doing very well, which is why I upgraded my house and moved to a bigger house. Stupid, but yeah. Then by the end of my career, I was making close to $5,000 a month. And I'm not spending any money on entertainment costs because I don't pay. I don't pay for drinks, and I don't go out because I'm working. So yeah, I don't think I would ever go back. I might consider working for the casino in Sri Lanka. I might consider working for a large hotel. But yeah, as a concierge or something like that, as a host. So that's what I would do. And back in the party, Terry. Welcome, Terry. Don't worry about being late. Thank you for joining. I truly appreciate it. We've been just chatting it up. Welcome to Korea. As you can see in the background, this is Itaewon, Korea, where I'm staying today. So we were just talking about, my life here and what I truly miss about Korea. I miss the life I had, but I'll be very honest, I couldn't keep doing that life. The cost to my body, I discovered after I quit, or after. So what happened was in July of 2021 or 2021, COVID started in 2022, in January of 2022. So in 2021, in July, the club got sold. So my job ended and I moved to another club. And then COVID started 6 months later. And that just closed everything because we would open the club, close the club, open the club, close the club, because the government kept putting rules in, right? The quarantine rules. And so I just quit the business. And then, I had to take a yearly test for my visa at that time. Or no, to work in a school, I had to take a health test. And the nurse there said, you should go get your physical because your blood pressure is high. So I went and got my blood test and everything at a doctor. And normally your cholesterol is supposed to be 250 or below. I was 800. 800. And my blood pressure was through the roof. But I felt healthy. And he says, yeah, you're a skinny fat guy. You're skinny on the outside and fat on the inside. You don't get any exercise, you don't get any sun, and you drink a lot. You drink 5 days a week, more than 5 ounces of alcohol. Yes, you know, not drunk, but I consume a lot of alcohol, and that is not good for your body. So it was, I'm glad that that's what happened because it changed my health for the better. You know, I never got outside. I never got sun. I was always indoors because I slept during the day. So I doubt, I doubt, I doubt I would ever have survived another few years. I would have probably had some kind of health episode. So I'm glad I caught it. So yeah, Alex, I forgot how young you were. So I'm going to assume you're like in your late 20s now. So I didn't think you were that young. I thought you were older. So yeah. I would have still let you in my club. Don't worry about it. I've seen your Facebook page. You're a cool looking guy. So I would have let you in my club. All right. Yeah. So you're 28. Okay. So, you know, so you were 14 when I landed in Korea. It's kind of funny that some of my students that I talk to, that I teach online, I am older than they are. Sorry, I am older than they are. I have lived in Korea longer than they have been alive. So I always make a joke to them and say, yeah, I'm more Korean than you are. So yeah, the club life that I will say this, and I was so lucky. I did nothing to get that job. I did absolutely nothing to get that job. It fell in my lap. I didn't go out and get it. It fell in my lap. I kind of went out and so what happened is I landed in Korea in 2009 and I met my friend Johnny. Sorry, I used to hang out at the local foreigner bar called a Loft. And I met a guy named Matthias, German Korean. He was the DJ manager there. And I met a guy named Lad Park. Was the bartender. They're still friends of mine. I bumped into Matthias yesterday. He's one of the first Koreans I ever met. And I'm still friends with him 14 years later. The two guys you saw in that video were two of my oldest friends as well, 13 years. And then Johnny, I got introduced to him by Matthias. And Lad, I'm still friends with. We're supposed to meet up for dinner sometime this week. He's now married and he's a poker star. So he just got back from Vegas yesterday. So Johnny, I was introduced to him and he was an up and coming entrepreneur. He's a Korean American. He's an up and coming entrepreneur. And he's like me, a party guy. You know, he likes to socialize. He likes to go out, likes to have fun. So he started a taco truck. So I used to patronize his taco truck out on the street. And we used to hang out and just talk and hang out and what have you. And then he opened a restaurant and I used to go there. Then he opened up a bar. And the bar, I used to go all the time. And then I made friends with other friends. And then we used to hang out. And then he opened up a club in Hongdae. I used to hang out there. I got to, you know, I was a regular. And if you are here for more than a couple of years, everybody knows that you're a long timer. So I got to, and because I speak Korean, I got to know the partners. And the partners own a whole bunch of bars and restaurants in Korea. So after a couple of years and after his third location in Hongdae, which is the college town, he left to go to the US for a couple of years and he sold his shares in the company. So he left but me and my friends, we still went to the bar. And one of the owners asked me to come and meet them. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, would you like to do marketing for the club? And I'm like, okay. I did that back in Canada. I was into marketing back in Canada. I did club stuff back in Canada when I was younger. I worked on the radio when I was younger, which is hence why I'm comfortable talking on a microphone and making videos. And so the owner paid me to do salary. I don't, in Korea, there's what's called party planners and pickers. They get paid a commission by how many people they bring in, or street team, how many people they drag in. That wasn't my job. My job was to host and make sure that the people who came were having a fun time. So like a bon vivant or a concierge or like a cruise director. So that's what I did. And I was very good at it because I'm a social person. I like talking to people. I love going up to them. Hey, how are you? I'm Sam. I'm the manager here. How are you having fun? Would you like to come join me for a drink? Obviously, I talk to the people who are having fun because they bring energy to the club. And then what I did was I said, listen, you want to come back? Here's my card. Give me a call. I'll make sure you get in okay. No cover. We'll have a couple drinks. So the next time they bring a bunch of friends. Now I greet them at the front door and I make a big deal of it. Oh, hi, good to see you. Nice to see you. Come on in. Let's go. Now he or she has just made an impression with their friends. They're a VIP. Who doesn't like being treated like a VIP? So I play to that psychological factor. Then they bring their friends. Now I make them VIP guests. They bring their friends. Now more and more people are coming. That's how I build my customer base. Then I focus on, obviously, the pretty girls and the rich guys. I can see who is buying what and, who is having the most fun. When I was at the club, I would walk the line and look for the pretty girls and I just invite them to come in. Now they know that I'm the boss and they contact me anytime they want to come. So I would stand at the front of the club, every club I ever worked at. I'd stand outside at the beginning of the night. And most people who go to clubs know about guest list. I had no guest list. You could not come to the front door and say, I'm Sam's guest. Didn't work like that. The security in the door would always say, call Sam. All of my guests were trained to text me or call me, to text me. Because I want to make sure, first of all, I want to have a record of who came. Okay. I want to know who came and at what time. Because I would do that afterwards. I would do my triage and I would look at everything. Okay. So I want to know who came and I would go to the front door and greet them. That would make a connection. That would be my part of my spiel is, oh, hi, how are you? Good to see you. And that would build into the persona and physically walk them past the line so that everybody could see it. It's all like perception, right? It's all about glamour and stuff like that. Red carpet per se. Then we go in and we would I would take them to the bar, buy them a drink and blah, blah, blah. Later on in the night, as the night gets busy and the bar is packed, I would go downstairs and I would scope out who's, kind of like a wallflower and talk to them and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're from here? Oh, come meet my other friends. And I would like merge people together and as a group, So then I was running a club in Hongdae. So I was doing that. And then one of my other friends left as the marketing director of a lounge. And I knew the owner there. I don't remember if I approached him or if he approached me, but I think I reached out to him. Yes, I think I reached out to him and said, listen, I'm in Hongdae, but I'm not doing well here because the age of the customers is too young for my crowd. Because I would invite people to come, but they wouldn't have a good time because the kids were, they're college kids. and it's difficult to get college kids to spend money because they don't have any money. So this lounge was an upscale hip hop lounge in Itaewon, House Ming. So I went there and I started there and I just killed it. I After about 3 or 4 months, it was just crazy how busy that was. But then, unfortunately, due to management issues and stuff like that, and problems with the building, it started going downhill. But I still had people on my list who were coming. You guys know Princess Jasmine from my trips to Philippines and my trip to Cebu and my trip to Thailand. Princess Jasmine joined me. She was one of my original VIP guests at House Ming. I knew the owner at B1, a Canadian guy. He's one of the partners. I was there for the opening of B1. I got a preview of the opening before anybody else did. Of the new B1. There was two B1s, one small one, and then they moved to a new location. And MYK, which is the name of their company, the initials of the three owners, M, Y, and K, they owned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 venues in Itaewon. They had 7, but they sold the 7th one. They had a pub, a lounge, a family restaurant, an upscale restaurant, and a drag show bar. And then they had the club. So in the beginning, they asked me to join the club, and I did. And it was, it was a slow start, but because it was such a huge place and I was popular, everybody knew this was where to go. And I'm standing on the main road of Itaewon, right outside the subway station. And let's see here. Yes, right here. Let's see if I can find it. So I moved there, and yeah, here we go. If the screen will, it's not focused properly. I don't know what's wrong. So this is I don't know why it's not focusing. So this is the main intersection. This is the subway exit, and this is the entrance to my club. So most of you may have heard of the accident that happened, the crowd crush. Here's where it happened, right here. And unfortunately, this was where my friend's bar used to be. Now, it closed many years ago, but I spent years in this alley. So I know exactly why and how that accident happened. 152 young people were crushed to death on Halloween night in this small alley. I know exactly why it happened. You guys can check out the video that I did about that. I don't want to go into too much of it, but my club was right here on this corner. It was underground. Okay. So it wasn't above ground. The only above ground part was the entrance, right? So let's see if yeah, there we go. So this was the entrance, right? So this is the subway exit, and this is the main road. You can see, and right across from the police station. So this was the entrance right through here. Yeah. So there's the entrance. And then you go down the stairs. So we would set up, these cars would be gone. We would set up our entrance in this area here. Okay. And I would stand right about here. And the VIP guests would come in like this and then turn in. Everybody else would line up like this and then come in like that. And it would wrap around here and go up this alley, like all the way up there. It would wrap around and go all the way up there. So This is now gone. This entrance is now gone. You'll see my video in a couple of weeks talking about the changes that happened after the accident. They made this wider. Anyway, this was our area. These cars would be gone, and we would set up a whole, like, velvet ropes and everything like that. And the VIP section would have a red carpet, and the other sections would have a gray carpet. And there was signage, and there was a podium. This sewer grate or manhole cover is right where I stood, right behind that. That's where I stood the whole night. And in some of the videos that you'll see that that's where I stay. So this is the Hamilton Hotel, famous Hamilton Hotel. The accident happened right in this alley. Let's see if we can. You guys can check out the video about the accident. It happened in this alley right here, right there. You can see it's a hill, and it's very narrow, not even just a car width, and it happened right there. So the old B1 was actually right here, and my friend's club was right next door. So I spent years in this alley, sitting here, hanging out here, having a smoke break with my friends. I don't smoke, but they did. But I spent years in this alley. I know exactly why and when it happened. So anyway, that was my job. Terry, I'm thinking about doing merchandise. I have, my Itaewon Sammy, my logo. You guys have seen my logo, and then my saying, learn to live life, don't let life live you. I think that that's what I'm going to do once I start getting more members. So what I'm going to try to do is get people to join as a member. Terry, you've supported me greatly. I thank you. When I go back to Sri Lanka next week, first thing I'm doing is taking your donation, which I got paid. Every time I reach $100 I get paid. So that happened 2 days ago. So I got paid to my account. That's sitting in my account. I'm going to transfer it to Sri Lanka, and I'm going to give that money that you donated to the family that I was talking about, and I will report back to you their blessings. So I'm thinking about merchandise. I made one in Thailand in August. I had one like demoed, but I need to sit down with a creator, a designer, and look at what options should I get? What should I do? I think, my logo on the breast and my saying on the back, right? My catchphrase on the back, and my logo and YouTube on the chest, YouTube logo and on the chest there, and maybe Sri Lankan Sammy, something like that, so that that who I am. That is something I will probably start up at Christmas, right? So that you can order online. There are online shops that deliver anywhere in the world, so that I don't have to do anything. It's just I put them in there, and I have to figure out how to do it. And I know people who've done it. I just don't want to put all the work and money into it and then have no one buy anything. So I'd like to get some members. So I'm not soliciting membership. Like I said, if you wish to join as a member to support what I'm doing, you can click the join button, and for $1 a month, I will match that money and buy food and stuff from a local farmer, and support the local. You will be like a Rambo tattoo. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna guess is something that's permanent, I guess. I'm going to assume that, all right? I don't know what that means. Help me out there, buddy. Help me out. So let's jump to some of the comments that I've been getting. And oh, guys, I hope you like the shorts that I'm posting. The shorts really don't have anything to do with my videos. The shorts have to do with me trying to get more views so that the algorithm sees me as a content creator. So the more content I create, the more the algorithm sends me out to other people so they see my thumbnails and stuff like that, to get more subscribers. So that, again, it's all about engagement in the algorithm. The more engagement I can get, the more views I can get, the more people I can get joining my channel for this content. Okay. You know, I have tattoos. I have this one here, which is my motorcycle club from Korea. Okay, Tartan Riders. I was a founder. I have my catchphrase: "Learn to live life, don't let life live you." Then I have my first tattoo ever was a power button, a 3D power button, and then in Korean I have "Dashi는," which means never again or never. It's to remind me to never make the mistakes that I made in my life, and that Korea was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. And this is the kinds of decisions I should make for me, not for anyone else, not to let anyone else decide my decisions for me. So, yeah, I have just an update. I had a YouTube manager. I've had 3 YouTube managers over the years, and each one has disappointed me, from the money I spent. The first one, I made a mistake. I spent way too much for very little return, and I only did that for a short time. The second one, I had a pretty decent relationship with, but she did some bad things and cheated. Like, she bought views and bought subscribers. I talked about that earlier, which I could tell, because all of a sudden I had a spike and then it dropped off. And I could see the view times. You know, you can figure out the analytics, right? And then the current one that I had was doing a good job. The reason is that I'm too busy to do the edit, to do the thumbnail, and to do the SEO, the search engine optimization. But I took some time and I tried to, so what happened was I was posting, I create the content and I post it almost 2-3 weeks, maybe even a month in advance. Right now, I've got videos edited and uploaded 2 weeks out. Okay. So I could stop making videos and I would still be published for the next 2 weeks. So this guy, he would do last minute, like the night before, would do the thumbnail and send it to me. And I'm like, no, that's not what I want. I want this or want that. I'm like, okay, listen, you missed the deadline. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Or it's like, how can you forget? Like, is there something going on in your life that is causing you? Okay, well then I'm going to create an online spreadsheet where you can see everything and I can communicate to you via the spreadsheet. So there shouldn't be an issue. You know that it's due on this date. I want it 48 hours before the video goes live. Okay, no problem. 1 week later, late again. So I said, okay, you know what? Let's take a pause. Let's take a pause and I'm going to figure out how to do it myself. So I went online and I searched and I did some things and found a website that really is easy to use editing. That's why you guys have seen the new videos, right? And I hope you like them. I'm putting music, I'm editing, I'm doing transitions, I'm putting text and everything like that on the video. And I'm creating my own thumbnails, which is something I didn't know how to do. But I figured out how to do it using a website, which is very easy to do. It doesn't cost me a lot. The amount I'm paying for the tools I'm using is much cheaper than paying the guy I'm doing. And it doesn't take me that long. And I actually get to edit my videos now, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create new intros. So intros are going to change probably in August. I'm going to do a new intro. Update that intro. You guys saw my welcome videos were updated and my member videos were updated. So, and now I'm doing shorts. Okay. So I'm learning how to do it. And all of this was because of Alex Bam Bam. Okay. Jiu-Jitsu Passport. If you guys could go to his page, okay, please join him. All right. And mention that you're coming from my page. I would greatly appreciate it because he and I are the same. He does great videos about life in Thailand. And you guys have met him before. All right. So if you go to his page, which is Alex Bam Bam. So just search Alex Bam Bam. Okay. Alex is a great guy. He has just skyrocketed. Okay. His videos have gone crazy. And I think the problem with my channel is because I had fake subscribers, about 1,000 fake subscribers, that the algorithm is not pushing me, but I'm growing. He jumped about 5,000 in the last couple of months. He's done great work. And he does a lot of great videos just about his life. And his latest video, it was really cool because he's talking about the negative responses that he got in some of his comments about the kinds of videos that he does. But he is one of the few people I follow, one of the few vloggers I follow. I follow a lot of videos, a lot of YouTubers. The YouTubers I follow are mostly, Linus Tech Tips, Jay's 2 Cents, this is another vlogger I follow, a Canadian guy who worked in South Korea that I met, who lives in Thailand. But most of the stuff I follow is, computer-based, all computer-based. Oh, everybody follows Aussie Man. Aussie Man's the greatest, So a lot of the videos I do are Thailand and travel. I follow Simon Wilson, who's a travel guy, but most of it is tech. Most of it is tech and travel, right? Tech and travel and cooking. Okay, Gunga Foods, this guy cooks steak like you never believe. But most of it is tech and travel. He's one of the few individual vloggers that I follow. So I'm going to tell you guys, please follow him. All right. His video style, he's the one who told me. Okay. He is the one who we sat down together online and had a conversation about what to do and how to do it. And he was honest with me about what I should do with my videos. And Alex, thank you. Right. And I appreciate your comments because I'm doing this for you guys, right? And if you like it, I'm going to continue doing it. I always said at the beginning of my YouTube adventure that I wasn't going to be too flashy. I don't like editing out. And my one friend, Tim, says you got to edit out those, the pauses. Nobody likes that. And I said, well, I don't want to do that. I want it to be like I'm talking to you, right? I want it to be like I'm having a conversation just with you. When you see the edits like that, I personally don't like them. Now, Alex does a lot of editing. He cuts out a lot of those things. But I'm a professional. I was a professional broadcaster. I know how to talk. Now, I might pause. I might, take a break or something and just think about something. But it's because I'm unscripted. It's just you and I having a conversation. And thank you, Terry. You and Alex are my you're my number one and number one. Both of you are my number ones. I can always count on you two to be the ones who are most supportive, and I appreciate the fact that you like what I'm doing. All right. I want to go back to Yo-Yo 3K because you're new to us. And do you have any questions? Let me know if you have a question, a comment, a concern. Right. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. To talk, because I'm here to talk to you guys. So what's ahead for me today? Well, it's 11 o'clock. We've been online for an hour. I usually do this for an hour, but today I might go a little longer because I don't really have a lot to do today. I do not work until 7:30. So I ordered some an amazing dinner last night. So I'm going to probably have that for dinner tonight, but I'm going to make eggs and toast for lunch. I'm going to have lunch. I'm going to play some video games. I love my video games. I don't know if I ever showed you guys my computer, but it is a very powerful laptop. It is incredibly powerful, incredibly huge. It's a 17-inch monster. And people always say, oh, it's so big. I said, well, I don't care because I'm not carrying this thing around. Okay. I'm not going to take it anywhere with me. Let's see. What games do I have to play? So I deleted a lot of games right now. I have a lot in my Steam library. Let's see here. So Age of Empires 2. This new one, Aliens Dark Descent, is really cool. It's Aliens video game, but a squad. And it's a pretty cool story. Cold Waters, Submarine Simulator. Company of Heroes 3, brand new game. I love this series. Cyberpunk, everybody's got that. Hitman. Homeworld is one of my favorite classic games. It's an older game, space-based adventure game. Homeworld 3 is coming out this year. Can't wait. Men of War Assault Squad 2, again, a turn-based squad military game. Love this game. I've never stopped playing. I've played it so many times. The next version is coming out soon. This is a new one, Miasma Chronicles. It's a post-apocalyptic adventure game. Red Dead Redemption, everybody knows this one. Open World Sniper, great game, great graphics. Space Engine, I deleted that one. Star Trek Starfleet Command is an old game, probably 20 years old, but probably the best Star Trek game ever. Star Wars Squadrons, great game, great graphics. Star Trek Resurgence, brand new game. Surviving Mars is a city building. And World War Z. I have to download Day Zero. So I'm going to do a video on this in the future about how I torrent. So I don't pay for video games. I go to torrent sites and I download video games and movies. Like if I want to watch a TV show, I go to this website. You guys have to use this. tinyzonetv.to. It streams any TV show you want. You can search for whatever you want. Any TV show going back 20, 30 years. So, for example, the Netflix series with Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? So there's the episodes. Now, I can't play it because YouTube will give me a strike, but, there's a TV show right there in high quality. I mean, you can see, you can watch it in any quality. So I'm going to do a video on this later on what I do with torrents, but I need to find game. Can't remember what my DayZ PC game. I need to find this new, DayZ. Yeah, I need to find that game because Tim is playing it I got to see if I can play it with him. Yeah, there it is. So I can just download this game on a torrent. Let's see if it's on my other website. I like to use the two websites is Fit Girls Repack and Skid Row and Reloaded. Alex, I like enjoy. I'm all over the place with games, as you can see with the games that I play. You know, predominantly strategy games. Predominantly, as you can see here, strategy games. And I'm a PC guy. Need for Speed and sports games. No, I don't like playing sports games. Need for Speed, I kind of get lazy and bored with those. So let's see if the spelling is different. Now, so here's the game. It's a zombie game. So instructions. And I usually pick a torrent. These are hosting sites, so P2P. Torrent is what I use. So it downloads the torrent. Zippy share is gone. And it's all safe. There's no there's no viruses or anything. So here's the torrent. And then I use an app called QBitTorrent, and you just click on there. And I'm going to watch Star Trek and Fear the Walking Dead later today. And it starts downloading. So it's going to download 27 gigabytes. There are 40 people sharing, 43 people sharing, and I'm sharing to 5. It's downloading at that speed, and it's going to download in under an hour. Then when it finishes downloading, I'm going to save this, keep this open because it's got instructions on there. When it's finished downloading, the file will be here. There's the file. So it's downloading an ISO file. So I will open that in a virtual disk drive, and the computer will read that and install the file. Now, I cannot play online. I can't play these games online because they're pirated. Okay, so I can't play online. I can't play with friends, and I don't like doing that anyway. So I hope you guys like the screensaver. It's a nice screensaver, right? It's like raindrops against the window, and I have 1 screen, 2 screen, 3 screens, so it's spread across 3 screens. Dynasty Warriors 5, those kinds of games I don't like, because I don't play games for the challenge. I play games for just to waste time, just to like forget about everything else. I like to just, play for the sake of playing. I'm not there for the challenge. I'm just there for the story, I guess. But I've heard of the game. It's not my style. I don't like fighting games. I don't like mystical games. So games like first-person shooters, adventure games, things like that. Maybe I should play a game and you guys can watch if you want to do that. If you want to be bored. All right. So what else is going on? All right. So that game is downloading, and it should be finished. What does it say here? 30 minutes. Then it'll take about 10 minutes to install. And then I'll be playing a game. The other thing I use is a website called what is it called? Series Guide. And it tells me when my TV shows are coming up, like Star Trek, like Walking Dead, or what have you. And then I go to a website called EZTV. You guys are getting a preview of what a video I'm going to make next next month. So eztv.re, and you just type in the name of any TV show. Now you have to download QBitTorrent. You have to use an app, okay? But when you download it, and when the video is when the app is downloaded, there it is, right there. There's Fear the Walking Dead.
You gotta move.
All right.
Where are you going?
Look at the quality. You know, perfect quality. So you can download the different quality of videos.
Luna should be on my bridge right now, dude.
All right. So it's all there. So for example, 1080p, and you can see the size difference right there. Okay. So for example, if I wanted even movies, you can do movies. This app only does TV shows. Okay, it doesn't do movies. So Strange New Worlds, season 2, episode 2. So there's all the season 2, episode 2s, and there's the size of the file. Okay, so you have, you want to get a smaller file, that's fine, because you're just watching a video. You want to get the one with the most number here. Okay, so obviously that's a big file, but it has the most people sharing it. And then you just click on the link here or here. You just click on the magnet or the download. I click on the magnet, and it automatically puts it into the BitTorrent. So again, I'm going to be doing a video about this next month. How to, maybe I'm not allowed to do that because I'm teaching you how to do illegal stuff. But I'm going to teach you what not to do. Okay, maybe that's how I get by it. So let's look at some of the comments I've been getting. So let's see here. Shy Gesanov 1767 was asking from a video that I did last year about please travel to Sri Lanka, asking me where I should go in August. Kandy Parahara. Definitely Kandy. All right. Alex, thank you very much for your comment on my video, Unbelievable Lessons I Learned After Living 54 Years. That was a great video to do. I'm going to do another one, Life Lessons to Give My Son. That's going to be a fun video to do. That'll come out in August. I'm going to do that one in August. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I mean, these are things that are like just common sense, but we just don't do it. All right. We don't do it. And I love it. Andy PL7NK, same video, commenting, learned a few things. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you learned a few things. Alan Forrester 6900 about the ugly truth about expat life in the Philippines. Your comment about how it's like in England. Basically, I was talking about, that video was talking about how people come to the Philippines or to any Southeast Asian country, and they, for lack of a better word, they come there just to die. They drink, they smoke, they hang out, they don't do anything, and they just shrivel up and die. And it's not, it's what I saw. So I commented about that, and a lot of people comment. That video I'm going to tell you right now, that video has done very well in my analytics. Normally, I get a couple hundred, 500 views. That video in one day has got over 1,000 views. And that is not normal for my videos. And that video so far has 1,244 views. And I can't even count how many comments. It's not showing it here, but it's got a lot of comments. You know, normally my videos get 500, 200, 100. So this one to get 10 times more is, I'm really happy with that video. Now, is it because of I used an AI tool to generate the title? Did that help? I don't know. Did the search engine optimization help? I use another tool to generate the tags. So I'm learning how to, do it. XTGM6515 said that my title was a little bit of a clickbait, and that it was the ugly truth about the Philippines, but I don't know how that could be, because I said the ugly truth about expat life in the Philippines. Expat life. And he was commenting that after he watched it, that it's true. It has nothing to do with the country. It has to do with the people. And the advice I gave was good. And I thank you for that. Quad Media disagreed with my statement that Philippines was a poor country. And I said, well, there are poorer countries. There are places in the Philippines that are rich. But what I saw where I was abject poverty. There are people who don't have food. They eat one time a day. They don't have money for anything. So I saw it. I experienced it. And it, I can only talk about what I saw. And there's poverty everywhere, in every country, even in Korea, one of the richest countries in the world, the 11th richest country in the world. And that comment got a few other comments from some other people. GS Super 9665 commenting, on what I saw and what I did see. So I'm just returning the comment of her comment. I just report on what I saw and experienced in my short time there. So, here's my opinion, and it's based on socioeconomic factors. When the prepaid cell phone companies sell time based on a day, so you get 24 hours of cell phone service. I'm looking for 30 days of service, and I couldn't find a prepaid service for that. Okay? Because I didn't want to buy a contract. I wanted a prepaid. It was hard to get that. There were so many. 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. Who buys cell phone service for just 1 day, 7 days? I'll call a friend. Oh, I don't have load on my phone. Sorry, I couldn't get a hold of you. Load means I didn't have time on my phone. I'm like, and everywhere you go, everybody wants the Wi-Fi password because they don't have internet access. Me, to me, that means that they don't have the money to spend for an unlimited monthly plan. That's just my opinion. Okay, so I'm wrong. I'm wrong, but I'm expressing my opinion. All right, and that's what I say. Um, Ni Sanka talking about the life lessons. You know, agreed. Eat clean, protein and fats. Okay, stay away from carbs, and avoid the news. Very avoid the news. Markle Sparkle 144 asked about vitamin D. I answered that. Uh, Again, comments about the ugly truth story. A lot about people talking about my impression of the poor. So that was there. A lot of comments about the ugly truth, talking about the people, the weather. Um, Stoercraft uh, was interesting because he asked where I lived and joined on Facebook and asked some questions on Facebook. Thank you very much for joining. Daniel Dari, Daniel Roy Draw. Also questions about where I lived and my experiences here. Let's see. John's Fire 7936 on an old video I did, Sri Lanka versus the Philippines. What's life like in each place? Really liked the video and said that he was going to be coming to the Philippines soon, so he liked it. Vid Good 8682. Why do I love the Philippines? And enjoyed my video and said he liked it, and he's a new subscriber and a new video watcher and a new liking what I'm doing. And he commented as well saying that, why do I have such low views? And I don't know. Help me out. Okay. Help me out, everyone. And watched the other video, and he commented again on another video I did about the MC culture. That was an interesting video that I did about the motorcycle club culture in the Philippines compared to every other country I've been to. And like I said, I have a motorcycle club. I'm a founder of a motorcycle club. Alex, thank you for your comment on my last day in Paradise Beach trip and the American breakfast. It was delicious. I miss that cheap food. Oh, cheap food. Here, if I want to get breakfast, it's going to be $10, $15 to deliver breakfast to me. Bagels and cream cheese or something like that. It's very expensive. Food is expensive in Korea. My budget is blown. So that's what the last 7 days, those are the comments I've gotten the last 7 days. So videos coming up soon. Let's take a look. Like I said, the videos is coming up soon are South Korea videos. So I hope you guys enjoy those. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. You can comment even after the live stream. You can comment. The next video, like I said, will be my final dinner. 2 dinners that I had. One, I went with Tim and my landlord. And then the second one, I went with California Dave and Tim to a barbecue restaurant. Again, we went to Texas Joe's, which is our favorite place in SBMA. So watch that video. That was my final dinner. The second dinner was actually about 4 hours before I left. And then my trip through Clark Airport. That was a fun trip. I really enjoyed that. Excuse me. Oh, allergies in this town. Dust. It happens when I come to Korea. I get a stuffy nose. When I was in Philippines or in Sri Lanka, nothing. The air is so clean. So on Monday night, a video will go up for the food. Wednesday night, leaving Clark Airport, so my travel through Clark Airport. Okay, not the flight. The flight will be on Friday night. That video will come up Friday night. And then when is that video? July 3rd, which is Monday. Sunday, we will have the live stream from Singapore Airport. And then Monday, post-pandemic in Korea, what it's like. Wednesday, going to immigration. Friday, what happened to Itaewon. And then the following week, goodbye to Korea. All right, so that's what videos are coming out. Hope you guys will enjoy that. Alex, you know, I am humbled by your support. You and Terry, like I said, are my number ones. You're always there to support. And once I get some merchandise going, you guys are going to be the first ones to test them out. And I want pictures so that I can post them. All right, you guys are going to be my models. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or not, or whether it's going to boost sales or not, huh? But I'm really very humbled. When I started this channel, I had no idea. I had zero idea about where it would go, what would happen. And it has just become a positive part of my life. I really enjoy what would you say? I really enjoy connecting with people. Because I live remotely and I live in Sri Lanka, I mean, here I can go out and meet my friends, which is great. You need that human connection. But this channel helps me connect to people in a way that I'm not able to do in Sri Lanka. And I get to share, which is what I like to do. I love to talk. I'm a talker. I'm a social guy. I love to talk. So having people comment and interact with me. And the next step, Alex and Terry, once you guys are ready, I'm gonna get you guys online so we can interact live on the live stream. That'll happen in probably end of July or August. Okay, once I get back to Sri Lanka and I have the time to settle in and get the the logistics all set up, we can do a time that will work for you. So Alex is saying I can't speak for Terry, but I don't know if you're going to get lots of orders with me modeling them, to be honest. Alex, you're a cute guy, all right? If I recall correctly, you have red hair? I'm not sure. I forget. Let me see your Facebook here. I can't tell from your picture because you don't have a lot of pictures on there, but looks like you have red hair. I'm not either brunette or red hair. You're a cute guy. Come on, don't sell yourself short. That was one of the things in my video of tips and tricks to a better, happier life. Don't sell yourself short. Never tell that you're fat. Never tell that you're ugly. Strawberry blonde. Okay. So that's a very cute, unique color. Okay. At least you have hair, Alex. And it's not all gray. At least you have that, you lucky guy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen pictures of me as a young guy. Maybe I'll treat you to that right now. Oh my, here we go. Old pictures of Itaewon Sammy. Where are they? Where are they? Here we go. Photos. Personal. Here we go. Let's see here. Share that. So this is me in beginning of high school. I'm probably 20 years old in this picture. Back in the 80s, I had hair. Look at that hair. That was the 80s, baby. I had a perm. Oh, God, that was awful. I'm maybe 14, a little Eddie Murphy mustache. Probably 14 in this picture. I don't even remember this picture being taken. And the handsome days, I was about 20. I'm going to say 24 in this picture. I was taken at a club. I remember that day. Me as a baby. That's me and my baby brother. This picture was taken in China. I was about 2 or 3. And here I am with my brother in Vatican City. Here I am with my brother in Rome. Here I am with my brother in Paris. These are all in the early 70s. Here we are in Canada. This was in Halifax. Now, the reason the pictures are so bad is because these are slides. These are digital copies of slides. That's me with my buck teeth and crazy hair. This is Halifax, a fort in Halifax. Disney World in the late 70s. My mom with her Sophia Loren style. And they bought us Pirates of the Caribbean guns. I think my parents still have this pistol and rifle. They're fake, but you know, back in the day. Me and my brother at the cottage. That's me, my brother, probably about 13, 14. Me in high school. Someone took this picture of me in high school. My lady friend at the time, Tanya Collins, a bush party. And you can see we're underage. We're about 16, 17, right? And you can see the bucket of beer. So as most of you may or may not know, I was born in China and I grew up in Europe before coming to Canada. And in Korea, of course, I had the motorcycle club. I had 2 motorcycles. So I had a Honda Bobber. This is a 1-seater, and this is my 2-seater cruiser. This is the one I drove the most. And obviously my motorcycle jacket for my club. My best friends in Korea, that's Johnny. I was talking to you guys about him before. That's Johnny, my best friend. And Jay, you guys will see a video with him. I met up with him this week. He's in town. I found a picture of the club. So you can see, here's the VIP entrance, right? And this is the regular entrance. So the VIPs would come here. I would stand right here. And then this is the exit. People would exit through there. So I would stand here and I could walk across behind this sign and greet my guests and then walk them in. And then this is the regular entrance on this side. So you can see the VIP and then the regular. It was so, I set this all up. I got my boss to order these, got him to make, you know, this is the guest and VIP table section. And you can see the sign says here, you know, guest, VIP guest and table reservation. It was so much fun having that set up like that. And, I miss her so much. My ex, before I left Korea. She was a sweetheart. So beautiful. This picture, oh, this picture is great. This was a collage picture that my parents took, my father took, of the May Day parade in Beijing, China in 1967, before I was born. And the quality of this picture is amazing. But this was taken in communist China in 1967. You guys are going to love this picture. Me with blonde hair and blue contacts, earrings, and a holster bag under my arm. I was probably 27, 28 in this picture. That was my girlfriend at the time. I can't remember her name. Everybody knows Princess Jasmine, my best friend and world traveler. She's going to be joining us in India, or I'm going to try to get her to Sri Lanka for Christmas. My best friends in high school, Dave DiBartolo, Mike Ferreira, and JD. I can't remember his last name at this point. And, you know, my style back then was club style. I mean, as you can see, I'm wearing a zebra print shirt. I was a club kid back then. Earrings, the sunglasses inside. Ugh. Weirdo. Leaning Tower of Pisa, which you can't climb anymore. My dad in Beijing in 1967. Tiananmen Square. Me in Pompeii, Italy, with Mount Vesuvius in the background there. You can see it there. My brother and I in Pompeii. My brother and my mother's parents, they're almost 100 years old in this picture. This picture was taken probably 30 years ago, 35 years ago. Yes, probably 35 years ago or more. All right. And they passed away shortly after that. And this photo was taken about 100 years ago. This is my grandmother's parents' wedding. So this photograph was taken at least 100 years ago, which is incredible. And me, this picture is probably 12 years ago. My first girlfriend, Bree, she's getting married this month. I'm going to go meet her. My friend, Diana, and Jenna. I don't remember who that is. But Bree, skinny as just like this. Tiny. Baby picture of me. God. 54 years ago, 54 and a half years ago. Yeah, Alex, you know, no, actually, that's not 80s style. That picture was probably taken, I'm going to tell you, it's probably taken, that zebra picture was probably taken in 1994. I was a club kid. I was a raver, but I didn't like rave. I was more into house. So I was into house a lot, but you know, I would go to raves because I got invited. Well, I mean, just look at this picture. I'm wearing a vinyl shirt. Okay. And I'm, you know, wearing the blue sunglasses inside. And, you know, my girlfriend at the time had the vinyl shirt as well. And in this picture, I'm wearing, you know, the blue crushed velvet shirt. Crushed velvet. I was a real club kid back then. And I had the tongue piercing. This was at my apartment. This is back in my club days when I had hair with Miss Canada. That's Miss Canada. She's not wearing heels. And yeah, I was always a club kid. You know, I was always a club kid. Me in front of the club. So I had a radio so that the security could call me up to the front when there was somebody waiting for me. My brother and I sharing a popsicle in front of Vatican City. That's a very cute picture. I love that. More club pictures, you know, me at the club. We had outdoor heating. So I would stand, even when it's cold outside, I would stand out there. It was fun. This is probably when I met Princess Jasmine back at House Ming about 10 years ago. And just the crowd in front of the club. This is from inside the club looking out at the lineup. Oh, here's a great picture of me from Canada at Wasaga Beach in Collingwood with my friend Kelly, who we're still friends with today. This picture was probably taken in 1992, 1994, I'm going to say. Back in the day. More club pictures. You can see the VIP lineup and the regular lineup. Regular lineup goes behind here. People in the VIP lineup. Sometimes they had to wait. My best friend, Sarah, she is a cutie patootie, tiny girl. You can see my arm there. She's tiny. I was supposed to have dinner with her last night, but I'm going to have dinner with her maybe tonight. Maybe tonight, but definitely this week sometime. I have to see her. Another picture of the club. My best friends, Jay and Anuj. Anuj has lived in Korea just as long as I have, but he moved back to India. I'm going to see him in February when I go to India. So this is like the club. They had 5 different venues. So Prost, pool party. Q Bar was the drag show bar, the restaurant, and then a Halloween party at my club. So these are the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 venues. And towards the end of my career there, I had events at every single place except for Prost and Glam. So I would start the night out at Pizza Muso, having a tapas party, and VIP guests would go to Section A for dinner. Then everybody would come upstairs right above the restaurant to Q Bar to watch the drag show, and then come to B1 to party all night. Because in Korean style, they go first place, second place, third place, fourth place. So I approached my boss and I said, listen, why don't I host a party so that we can capture all the money that people spend because they go from place to place to place. So why don't we have them have dinner? Why don't we have them have appetizers? Why don't we have them have drinks and watch a show and then come to the club? He says, that's a effing great idea. So I hosted a party, and then I would have brunch on Sunday morning at Section A. So I'm doing parties all day long, like 24, 48 hours. All right. So it was a great time for me. I wish I just did more. So this is a video made by the DJ friend of mine. This is DJ. Oh, geez, now I forgot his name. My God, Fenner, Ollie Fenner. So this is my Korean partner. So he would take care of the Korean guests. I would take care of the foreigner guests. I had Korean guests too, but there was two of us running the door. And you can see me walking up the stairs, right? Oh no, not this video. So there I am drinking, and you can see right here, Tim is in this video, right? Right there. There's Tim, there's Calvin, and me. And it's my good friend Ray. He's there too. And that's the owner. There's Tim. Yeah, that he made that video. I think I have another video of Candy Parahara. This is a picture of the Candy Parahara where they put the Buddha's tooth and carried on the elephant. It's very prestigious parade. So that video is coming out in August, September. Yeah, Alex, brother, you really got to take some, when you have some free time, look at some of my old Itaewon videos. You will be like, how the F did I survive that life? It was crazy. And you should see that's the things I published. You should see the things I didn't publish. And here's a great picture of me surveying the club. My friend took this picture of me surveying the club. That was a funny picture. Me riding my motorcycle. It's so loud. Watch the guy. This guy put his fingers in his ear. It's so loud. That was crazy. Oh, here we go.
Everybody's having a good time tonight. You gotta be here. You're not here. Where are you?
So that's my ex. She had a really beautiful body art. Oh my God, it was incredible. Colored ink on white skin. Oh, you've already watched the videos. Great. Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate it. Do me a favor. Make sure you click the like button and put a little comment, just like a happy face or something like that. Again, that helps the algorithm. I really appreciate it, buddy. Really appreciate it. But she was an angel. So these are the videos I used to make to promote the club, right? When I first started YouTube, I did this. So as you can see, the lounge is more chill out, right? It's a little quieter. It's not as crowded as the main club. And And check out her eyes. Just the smile on her face and the sparkle in her eyes.
I love you, 170. I love my life. 170. Ow.
Yeah, that is one thing I miss. That is one thing I miss a lot. Is her, and the life. I miss the life. You know, I miss the life. But those pictures, let's see. I lost a lot of pictures, but I downloaded every picture I ever did on Facebook, and I posted them. That every picture that I ever posted, I kept. I downloaded from Facebook. The problem is that they're unsorted and all over the place, and I got to figure out how to, put them all together. Just there's so many pictures. It's just too many pictures. Let's see here. I used to create albums, right? But that was back in the day when Facebook was a little bit different. I used to create albums, but those albums they didn't work anymore. So, all right. So the video game downloaded. Now I just got to install it. Let's see if I can find. So the other thing I love about Facebook is Facebook Memories. Facebook Memories is every morning I go onto Facebook Memories and see my video, because here's the funny thing, guys. I have been a Facebook member from close to 15, 16 years. I was one of the first million subscribers to Facebook. So this is 1 year ago. I was at Camelot Beach, and I'm definitely going back there when I get back. I miss that place. I love it. I love this song. My favorite song. Oh, no Facebook strike there. So YouTube strike. And there she is. There she's back. So today is the 73rd year of the start of the Korean War. This was the view from my old apartment. Yeah, just things that I did over the course of, 10 years ago. I was in Sri Lanka during the middle of a monsoon. And 11 years ago, Tears for Fears and New Order were going to be playing in Seoul. I was happy about that. And then buying a coffee for $50, a cup of coffee for $50 at a specialty cafe in Gangnam. And this was probably 3 weeks after I landed in Korea. I landed in Korea June 1, 2009. So this was 3 weeks later. I have a lot of great videos. Oh, these are videos I posted. But this one's hilarious. I love this one. I love that one. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Yeah. Let's see videos that I was tagged in. Oh, that is an old video. Yeah, yeah, those are old videos. This is when I was in a club party with my friend Hanjin. With my friend Hanjin, I did a club party. This was a fun party. He's a real famous guy. This guy, Hong up. I didn't make this video. I'm in it somewhere, I think. This is before smartphones, before like, high quality graphics, night vision. So the camera is really bad. I remember that. This was at my club in Hongdae. I think I'm in this video. Yes, I am. There I am. With hair. It's my friend Richard and Bree, and I can't remember her name. She was there for a short time. So, yeah. And there I am. Always being silly. And my friend Matt, and my best friend Corey. I miss her so much. She is so drunk this time. She is one of my best friends. She's married now, living in Toronto. Great girl. Heart of gold. I love her. So funny. After the club, we would go eat, right? So we have Korean barbecue. This is the club that I used to run in the college town. This is my other club, House Ming. The lounge that I did in Itaewon before I did the club, the VIP, the upscale lounge. It was that place was ridiculously packed. I barely spent time downstairs because it was so crowded. I don't know what I was doing here with my friend Paulo. I remember him so much. I met Tom Green. at the club? Yes. Me back in the day. My brother, me at the club. This picture was taken in 2000, so 23 years ago. Me with blonde hair and my friend Vanessa. Yeah, those are old. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everyone for a nice long chat we had today. It was fun. I really appreciate it. But I'm going to go have some breakfast. And I'm going to have some breakfast. I'm going to, go play a video game. Take care. And I want you guys to be safe, be happy, be healthy. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you all in Singapore in 1 week. All right. And then in 2 weeks, back to Sri Lanka. I really appreciate your time. Alex, Terry, so good to see you guys on here. I truly appreciate it. Yo-Yo 3K, again, thank you for your time coming on board and loving it. And to 2,400 subscribers by next week. Thanks, guys. I truly appreciate it. Love you all. Sri Lanka Sammy, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. I am Itaewon Sammy for 7 more days. I love you all. Take care of yourselves and be good to each other.